Hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Watcher run. On this channel, I upload my recorded wins with some commentary and some general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Here we are on the Watcher. And starting off here, that left path looks really good. There's a 4 elite path that I could take and possibly get away with. And there's also the perfect amount of question marks and hallway fights before the elite. And could choose to skip the last elite also if I'm feeling extra spooked. Problem with this is that there is a lose 6 max health for 250 gold whale bonus. But there's no shop this way, so I decide I do want to go left, so I take the boss swap instead and I get Sacred Bark, which isn't great, but can make do. And here we are against the Jaw Worm. Pretty awkward turn here. And we're really hoping to find some potions. This is a good turn. I'll be able to triple strike next turn. Well, in Wrath. And Fire Potion, possibly the best result. It does 40 damage with Sacred Bark. That's crazy. And Upgraded card is great. Hit Eruption. And then Rush Down from our first shop is very good. Was definitely planning to card remove here, but Rush Down is making a surprise appearance sometimes, so gotta click on that. And floor 3, we're already Rush Downing. And I happen to have done the math in the past and know that this is 49 in my hand. Watcher moment. And I skip, surely. Don't want any of these cards. There's an interesting kind of point about, Foresight, for example, seems fine. It's just a bit slow, that's all. But it's not a real card, so it doesn't interrupt the infinite in any way. It's just not worth putting in my deck. And Meat on the Bone is huge there. Question mark and a Meat on the Bone is like, that is a massive high roll. And with just that, I decide not only can I take 4 elites, I can also take Super Elite as my first elite. And we get max health Sentries as our Super Elite, which is definitely the worst case scenario. So I definitely am killing that one with the Fire Potion. And then gonna do my best to kill one and take the least amount of damage as possible. And definitely a decision here. There's a world where I could draw lethal next turn if I stay in Wrath and go strike, rush down. But a little bit too sus for my liking there. And this is not lethal. Would have been if I had stayed in Wrath though. Very sad. And this will put me in Meat on the Bone range, so it's actually fine to take the damage. Bag of Prep is excellent. Weak Potion is a bit sad with the Sacred Bark. It doesn't really get any better. And it's not a great potion anyway, so definitely a low roll in the potion. But at least we got one. Take a Talk to the Hand there. Indignation was looking fine as well. What Talk to the Hand is B. Talk to the Hand, B Talk to the Hand. We got Lagavulin here. Can weave in the Talk to the Hand there while it's sleeping. And we do draw the Eruption, very nice. And then here I can retain the Flying Sleeves and just go back into Calm. Just in case. Not going to be too crazy here. And we draw Eruption again. Very nice. And this is the benefit of having a small deck. If you're adding a card every single floor, then you really need that second Wrath entry really fast, because the one Eruption out of like your 15 or 20 card deck is just not gonna cut it. And here we can just take 3, and then we'll definitely be killing in the next 2 turns. Found a Maw Bank. Maw Bank, of course, giving us 12 gold per floor until we spend any gold at a shop. And 3 cards here I skip again. Simmering Fury was definitely the most pickable out of those, I think. But I don't like the whole taking up a card in my deck just to go into Wrath next turn thing. Not interested in that. And I considered a Consecrate here, but there's also a Tranquility. And that can put me into... take me out of Wrath, which is good. And also lets me just go into Calm whenever I want. Prepare for the big Wrath turn. Tranquility is not an amazing card, though. It's, you know, it's tough to spend a whole draw on just Tranquility, basically. And the fact that it's not repeatable Calm entry, so can't infinite with it or anything like that. And this is a big turn. I could either stay in Wrath or play Vigilance here. And I'm really not sure what's better. Also, if I'd stayed, I would have put me in the meat on the bone range, so it's not as bad as it looked. But I would have to kill this turn, or I'd be really, really dead. Turns out I can kill either way, though. Totally fine. There is a best on average answer there. I'm not sure what it is, though. And here is Empty Fist. We're about to go to a campfire. And I still pretty much only have Flying Sleeves for damage. And Empty Fist weirdly upgrades deal 14. So I take and upgrade Empty Fist. And now we're hitting for 28 with Empty Fist. And going into Slime Boss, that'll be very nice. Slime Boss should be very easy for the Watcher, as long as you're not too greedy. And you're clicking on attacks, of course. So a bit tough. That's my next hand that I have to open on that turn. Could have considered opening right here, but it's fine. Probably just gonna play Vigilance here. Keep the Tranquility around. Make sure I can get out. Do have Empty Fist now as well, which is a good way to end the turn. And oof, every defend. That was always going to happen, of course, but it just looks so ugly. So I could go Empty Fist, defend here. Watcher just has so much damage that you can always get there pretty much if you just chill. It's like Flying Sleeves blocks for the most because it double hits with Talk to the Hand. Don't need the damage necessarily. And then yeah, Eruption always kills this turn. Pretty good fight. Bronze Scales, of course. Oh, I didn't mention Smiling Mask. Smiling Mask, of course, making our card removes at the shop cost 50 gold no matter what. Comment below how much you think that Smiling Mask saves me at the end of this run. I do check. Take a Crush Joint. My last just a common attack probably that I'm adding. It's a good card, and especially if you can upgrade it. So you see I'm taking these cards just because I'm upgrading them. I wouldn't want them really if they weren't upgraded. Crush Joints and Empty Fist. And huge damage. 42 after Vulnerable. That's crazy. And we got there. These cards are trash. I used to think Blasphemy was like the most insane card back in the good old days. It can be fine. It's just not worth putting in your deck. I don't know. Not what I'm trying to do anyway. And we got Choker, unpickable. Sneko Eye, pickable but very questionable. And Pyramid. So I'm counting my real cards right there, see if I can go infinite or not. I didn't actually, current me did not see how many there were, but past me will figure it out. And if you have 10 or less cards, you can just draw your whole deck with Pyramid and then play one cost Calm entry, one cost Wrath entry, and go infinite. I'm not necessarily trying to go infinite in every run, but, you know, sometimes you just find rush down on floor 3 and make it out of Act 1 with a small deck. Happens. So, I'd like to take 11 damage here in order to put myself into meat on the bone range. One strike while in Wrath will kill the one on the right, then I can send everything else on the left one. Took me a moment to work this out for some reason. It was very easy. Not as long as I remember it taking. Smoke Bomb sucks, and there's a rush down. I take it over my second Wrath entry. Wrath entry is not that important, I don't think, yet. And go to a shop. And Tantrum's here. So there's my Wrath entry. And that's much, much better than Indignation, so very happy about that. Move a defend. And Deus Ex Machina. I have a lot of gold and Smiling Mask, and it's on sale. And I don't have a miracle because I boss swapped, and I have Pyramid. So a lot of reasons to buy that, and it was still barely worth it, I think. Deus Ex Machina is a fine card. It's just like not a card that you would be buying from a shop usually. Not quite enticing enough. And sadly a little short here. Too short. So I realize I can take, if I take exactly 14 damage, then I proc the heal on the bone. So I take 17, it's the best I can do. That's fine. I wanted to make sure I got out next turn of that fight. Wasn't a fan of that one. And definitely want more shops, so going to all the shops here. Definitely card removing with the Smiling Mask. Buy an Orrery. Orrery is good. Inner Piece is there, I take it. Mental Fortress is there, I take it. Sadly, already bought a Deus Ex Machina. So this would have gone into my deck probably. Definitely not taking a second one. It's a bit awkward, spending an entire draw on just making energy, basically. Which is kind of funny. Like, sometimes you really want it, but there's also a problem that takes up 2 slots in your hand. So if you draw it as your last card, then you overdraw one of the miracles. It's a bit bad. And with Pyramid, we need energy upgrades. So I'm gonna upgrade Rushdown. And I could go right, take 3 elites. And then if I don't feel like strong enough after the first elite, I can go left instead. We got options, and oof, what a hand. And what a bad. And at this point, I actually like kind of forgotten that I had Sacred Mark. Past me mousing over it. So yeah, I thought I was drawing 3 cards there, to be honest. Overdrew 3 cards. And set myself to 31 exactly again. Getting pretty convenient, we'll say. Health amounts for meat on the bone. I was thinking about it, of course, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work out. And Flex Potion with Sacred Bark gives me 10 strength until end of turn. And I have a Tantrum in my deck, so something is going to just die whenever I want it to. Mental Fortress is there. And again, by the way, exactly 31 health. Very cute. And I was actually counting it that time. But again, it's definitely fortunate that it just happened to work out. Of course, I can save the Eruption just in case for next turn. Since I have Pyramid. And heal for 12 again. Potion Belt's pretty nice with our Sacred Bark. And Flurry is here. Hourglass is here as well. Hourglass is doing 3 damage at the start of the enemy's turn, I think. With this deck, it's not amazing. I very strongly considered keying that. But I was like, eh. It does something at least. And I considered not playing Flurry, even though I would draw one less card, because my last played card was a skill, and I have Crush Joints in my hand. So I wanted to apply that vulnerable, but it just didn't quite work out. I didn't think it was worth not drawing one more card. This is a bad hand. Could have let myself in a meat on the bone range there. Actually, would have been good. I suppose I wasn't sure that I wasn't going to be taking any more damage for the whole fight, although that's definitely silly. Should have known. An Incense Burner is great. Every time it reaches 6 charges, we will gain 1 intangible, reducing all sources of damage taken to 1 for that turn. So we'll be spending a run, some part of the run, setting that up to try to be on the right number. It's a very strong relic, but it's a bit mentally exhausting. And no way into Wrath, sadly, so this is happening. Could have just ripped the flex spot, but it's too strong, and I have meat on the bone, so if I take this 12, it actually basically did nothing. Should have saved Rushdown for next turn. I shuffle the days into my deck. I could always just play it this turn, but then I would be drawing after, so it's the same, probably. Could have made the initial 5 draw worse, though. And Liquid Bronze can still go up. Yep, Shop and Elite. And we got Thwack. So, holy moly, right? And this is a tough hand. This is why basic cards are so bad, by the way. Look at how bad these strikes are. Oh my god. They are terrible. Can't even kill the red one here. 4 strike, or 2 strike, 2 defend. And of course, next turn we're gonna have Incense Burner proc, and we're getting debuffed by the red one, and we're killing it. It's a disaster. Incense Burner on 0 going into the next fight, but it's fine. We're playing Watcher, and this time we drew Wrath. Doing so much damage that I can Crush Joints on the Gremlin Knob and still kill the Red Slaver. Always had the flex pot just in case we needed it. We make it out. Incense Burner on 3, took 0 damage from that fight, and find a Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe letting us remove cards at campfires is very, very good on the Watcher in particular. And also Matryoshka. The next 2 chests we open will contain 2 relics instead of just 1. And we get to card remove again. Bought a Fear No Evil. Fear No Evil is really good. I buy another flex bot. They're really good in this deck. 10 strength. God, it's disgusting. Every attack basically dealing 20 more damage because of Wrath. It is disgusting. Well, the dudes still get attacked. Kind of a shame there. And I remember this turn being extremely awkward. Could have just got Mental Fortress Vigilance, and that's probably the best turn. But I wanted to try to draw. And that's very sad. The Miracle getting discarded there. Showing the awkwardness of Deus Ex Machina sometimes. Also, Incense Burner just on the wrong number. Very sad. Yeah, that's awkward. Incense Burner's on the wrong number. But it's fine. This Meat on the Bone is hard carrying this deck. It's true. Meat on the Bone is MVP. And here I just let Gremlin Later respawn. I think Gremlin is a girl, actually. Canonic. I don't know that for sure, though. I've just heard that. That flurry is not upgraded. And so clearly we're still quite far away from being infinite here. We have 5 too many cards. You can see that. So if we can remove all those, we'll be doing the infinite thing very easily. But currently that's not how we're winning, and that's fine. Here I'm just building up Incense Burner a little bit more. Akabeko is here, makes our first attack deal 8 more damage. And that's pretty good with multi-hit attacks like Tantrum. Tantrum's now hitting for 33 without being in Wrath. Card remove again. We're taking every card remove we can. And here we just gotta not die to the champ before splitting, and then we just kill it in one turn by using possibly all 3 flex potions, but preferably just 1 or 2. But yeah, champ you just gotta have, if your deck in general isn't well equipped, you have to have some other solution. We also have Incense Burner, which would have been fine. So you can just split and then make sure Incense Burner's on the right number so that when he attacks you for 66, Incense Burner will hit 6 charges and then only take 1 instead. Or 2, I suppose. And that's a great solution as well. So we rip a flex spot, and then I'm like, it's not quite enough, I don't think. I'll use another one. Easy fight. My god, it's disgusting. And again, we skip, those are bad. And with Meat on the Bone, Incense Burner, very happy to take Coffee Dripper. We also want to remove all the campfires anyway. Removing real good. And so we're looking for campfires and elites. Campfires and elites. You'll see me mousing over rest here for sure. Looks like that left path has the most. Can get 3 more card removes. Card remove definitely better than elite right now, so take whatever elites I can for free, and then shops and campfires. And Spiker, our arch nemesis, is here. Even when we're not going infinite, Spiker's still hard. We're not quite blocking. We've talked to the hand. And 1 Mental Fortress that's unupgraded. And we're not stand swapping that much, really. And I want to keep the defends because I need to play them to do damage to Spiker. So I can weave in 1 attack there. And I mean, this thing's just going to keep getting more and more brutal, so I'll take some damage to get out. It's fine. I could have waited 1 more turn just to draw the Empty Fist, which would kill in 1 go, though. So I did go a little bit early here. It's fine, though. Find a skill pot. And Mother Fury Wheel is there, but I already have 1. Don't need that. And get to gain 333 gold. That's pretty good. Thanks, Golden Idol. I nearly clicked on Prismatic Shard for fun, but that is really terrible. Watch, the thing about Prismatic Shard is, like, making it possible to get cards that aren't Watcher cards is just a downside. These cards aren't Rushdown. So I'm counting. I have like 15 or something right now. Need to remove a lot of cards still. 14 perhaps. Spot an Nunchaku, card move on. Nunchaku making us gain 1 energy every 10th attack we play. It's pretty good. Can help us have a good turn 1. We've sort of been bottlenecked by our energy for the most part. Which is a bit unusual for the Watcher. Just Pyramid and all of that coming into play. Watcher do be making energy, though. And with double rushdown, we are not getting our flurries back, which is, like, mildly awkward, actually. Don't matter, though. I should be waiting until I go into Wrath to play them, assuming I'm still drawing 4 cards. Because otherwise I'm essentially just choosing to play them for half the damage that I could. Could have played Defend. No, actually I would not be immune on the bone range if I did that. So if I full block here, it was correct not to play that. I forgot that I took -3 max health from the Madness event. Can play a Crush Joint. Gotta crush them joints, man. I wanted to save it for when I'm actually doing damage, I guess. I disagree with this, though, in hindsight. I figured out the flurries thing. Huge. Already. That's fast for me, I think. Like, I just realized it, and then past me realized it immediately as well. It's something I understand, but, like, you don't always have that many flurries and that much card draw that it matters that you're, you know, hitting 10 cards and then not drawing the flurries. It's an interaction that doesn't happen that often. And final lesson learned, a little bit late for it, but upgrade a few cards. I'm not upgrading cards anymore because I'm removing cards instead, so seems reasonable. I can take this one elite and then skip the next one to go left for 2 campfires. 2 more campfires. Oh, I skipped this elite too. I could have been Card Move Shrine still, perhaps. An Augmenter event is there, or yeah, Augmenter and what's the one guy that does the the service? Get like a card move and upgrade or whatever. Get to pick or punch him in the face. Can't remember that guy's name. Anyway, there were events remaining that were good. Better than Elite. A bit questionable to not take the Elite, but also is dangerous to take the Elite, arguably. If we just go the safe path and card move, we will just win. No need for more relics. Double spiker, man. Disgusting. And I'm definitely not playing this right. Avert your eyes. It's like I don't really know how to play it, but this ain't it. I'm pretty sure about that. Ouch. Just Vigilance, Eruption, Empty Fist. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I basically missed. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Yeah, I did this wrong. I could have played Vigilance first and then not taking this much damage. Down to 9. Actually, 13. Me on the bone carrying yet again. And of course, a lot of my decisions, etc., were based upon the fact that I had meat on the bone from the beginning. When you take the meat on the bone, you can just be so much more insane, and it like doesn't matter. Sadly, the boot is the one not connected. Although those relics are both pretty bad. But the boot actually works with Tantrum, so perhaps boot was better than Tomorrow there. Card move. And of course, the boot, whenever we deal any unblocked attack damage, it will always deal at least 5 damage. So the Tantrum hitting for 3 times 3 or 4 will now hit for 5 times 3 or 4. The boot! And Flurry, unupgraded, will hit for 5. That's pretty much all it does as well. it does work well with Tantrum, and ironically, the boot. Like, the thing about that is, yes, it's technically, like, the damage number at the end on Relic stats for the boot will be highest on Watcher, probably on average, but like, how much of that is just you're doing an infinite combo with Tantrum, so it doesn't even matter how much damage it's doing, right? Fine, Transient. And we're now infinite, I'm pretty sure, with that card move. I can hold these. I'm already dealing the full damage. I get rid of Lesson Learned. Definitely not playing that. Even if I could. And actually it's a mistake because I am infinite here, so like technically I should have gone infinite here and then killed this Transient and then learned a lesson. But who has time for that? Not you guys. That boot proc and talk to the hand proc and the strength proc. That infinite would take years. Fear No Evil makes it much faster though. They were just doing Inner Peace Tantrum, my god. Take years. And here we go. So I'm not doing the thing here, don't worry. I will infinite until I have reduced its damage to 0. If I could work out a way to take 10 here, that'd be good. But I do not. I remember I did not do that. Or no, it's actually taking 12, so it wouldn't make any difference, in fact. Once again, forgetting I reduced my maximum health. I could weave in a flurry while I'm in, or both flurries, in fact. Gets rid of the shuffle animation. Or, doesn't get rid of it, but makes it happen less often while doing damage. And yeah, perfect number for Incense Burner, arguably. And then, yeah, put my Nunchaku at 9, make sure to do that. And another Mental Fortress is here. I'm not upgrading the one that I have, and I'd like just a bit more insurance on the block. Normally, taking second Mental Fortress is unnecessary, and this one also may have been unnecessary, but take it anyway. And my potions are pretty solid here. Smoke Bomb is here. Smoke Bomb is 108 gold. That should cost. It'd be like, if Smoke Bomb was like $10, I still wouldn't buy it. But yeah, Cultist Pot is fine. The Stance Pot, although normally pretty good, is not getting doubled by her Sacred Bark. Doesn't have a doubled effect. A nice little Nunchaku proc there, making our turn 1 smoother. Rewarded. Draw them miracles. Definitely just gonna chill here because I'm in Calm already. Playing Empty Fists would just remove you from Calm. Not great. Push down Miracle Tantrum. I mean, both of the flurries are in my bottom 4. Or maybe I just removed one. Yeah, I just removed one. The unupgraded one. Can't go infinite here, I have these dazes in the way. But our turn is still very good. Every card remove was so valuable. It's amazing. Spend our energy, why not? There actually is a reason why not. Don't have to draw the cards again. Since we retain our whole hand. Like to put Nunchaku on 9. Yeah, we do. Incense burner on the wrong number, but whatever. And debuffing on turn 1, that's a bit spooky. Going to Inner Peace. And not playing Talk to the Hand actually very good there because, like, setting up Talk to the Hand and setting up Inner Peace kind of the same, except Nunchaku would have procced, and then I would have wasted that energy pretty much. So definitely the right decision there to play Inner Peace over Talk to the Hand. Pretty good reset there. Don't have any copies of Vault, which are unusually good against Time Eater. Can skip his turn. Pretty good. I'm gonna have to get rid of some cards here in order to Tantrum. Nope. I should have played a Miracle. I overdrew a card there. Only drew 3 out of the 4 I could have. I guess I didn't want to play cards when it wasn't hitting me though. Which is fair enough. I still think it was wrong though. Just get rid of one of them. Yeah, Talk to the Hand with Tantrum plus Mental Fortress is going to be cooking. Going to be plenty of block for Mr. Eater here to not kill us. And we're going to want to apply this Crush Joints eventually. But it doesn't matter as much when we're on a weakened turn, I suppose. I'm mainly thinking about getting rid of these slimes and starting to go infinite, and then I can worry about doing that. And it doesn't really matter how much damage I'm doing until we're splitting. Then I want to make sure I kill it in 2 turns. So here I'm going to apply Vulnerable and then do the thing. Sadly can't... I think it's actually correct to just straight up pass right here. Like, actually just play no cards there and wait till it hits us. This works out, but it could have been fine. Because the infinite doing less damage actually matters if you can only play 12 cards a turn. It's not an infinite, it's a finite. And so, wanted to wait till it was hitting us so we could play the Fear No Evil. Basically, each rotation getting 24 more damage if it's vulnerable. Is actually so much. But we do so much damage that we can kill it anyway, even though we just got weakened as well. I forget the lesson learned here, spoilers. Avert your eyes. I think I just clicked the wrong card, actually. I played a different card than the infinite cards that I were playing over and over, so implies I made some effort. And remove card again. 2 more removes in Act 4 is like so wild. We were already cooking. Empty Fist can go now. And probably a flurry at the next shop. Just gets in the way. It's just the worst card. It's like Flying Sleeves could be worse. Crush Joints could be worse. Because Flurry does help with like blocks with Talk to the Hand. And I click Cauldron. Very, very unusual, but we're going into the heart. We have the money for it. We're not spending on anything else. And we have Sacred Bark, Potion Belt. So I can just take my pick out of the best potions here for the heart and save them. Definitely correct. And at this point, the strength is actually not mattering as much as like just being able to block and not die. We're pretty solidly infinite now. So I buy Artifact Pot, and that makes me not be vulnerable or whatever the second one is, I'm not sure. And then block potions, and of course, Artifact is 2 artifact charges. Block potions 24 block. So very, very huge numbers there. Mental Fortress Vigilance. And not a great turn 1 there, but we'll be fine. And even with these 2 burns, now that we've done those removes at the Act 4, Campfire and Store, we'll be infinite now, even with these 2 burns. And Incense Burner is on 4, which is the perfect number against the heart, blocking the second hit, and then you just kind of pray that it does the big attack first. Even if it does the multi-attack on turn 2, it's still good to block it, but of course blocking that one huge hit down to just 1 damage is preferred. And in this case, it wouldn't one-shot us, even worst case scenario, because we were going to be preventing the vulnerable with our Artifact Potion. Wow, those cards are bad. Don't need a Bottle Miracle. I drink my Artifact Potion like a good boy. Can't forget about that. Play Flying Sleeves just to block. Play Lesson Learned just to get out of my hand. I no longer need to upgrade cards for later. This is the last fight. And it's beautiful. We're blocking the 45 damage hit. And yeah, I can just pass, save my good cards with my Pyramid. And then gonna have to block here, so I can play my block potion, and that's exactly what we bought it for. Definitely better than a flex potion here, for example. Who cares about dealing more damage in this turn? Gotta be able to identify what you need. What actually matters. And we're gonna be getting rid of Dazed and Void at the end of this turn, and then we'll be infinite truly. But we're already pseudo-infinite, if not outright infinite already. Yeah, I think I'm always drawing the Tantrum, and then I'll either draw Inner Peace or Fear No Evil after, so. Just infinite, even with Dazed and Void, and Burn and Wound in my hand. Crazy how fast this happened, and it's really all on the back of the Peace Pipe. So getting Thwack into Peace Pipe resulted in this. Pretty lucky. We also found Shovel, which is completely worthless. But digging is fun, of course. And so I just get it below 400 health and then stop because I want it to be attacking me so I can go faster. Yeah, this one's pretty quick with the Fear No Evil involved, and it's already vulnerable. Only a few cycles. And Bronze Scales, actually doing damage. I have Skill Pot for the lulls, find Omniscience. I kind of forgot I was going to get 2 of them, to be honest. Should just play Omni, but then what do I even use it on? They're in the way. Whoops. Production. And about 45 minutes, pretty quick. 156 healing from Meat on the Bone. That's very, very good performance. Of course, I used it as much as I could, but that's crazy. And 525 Smiling Mask. If that was your prediction, congratulations. And yeah, just a solid Watcher run, carried by Meat on the Bone for sure. And Peace Pipe getting me to the infinite point pretty much by itself. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a beautiful day.